Hi all, Maurice Kogan again, back with the answers to questions 33 and 34 of the 64 questions in my PDF document, questions and answers for exporters and export counselors. These two questions both relate to the transaction documents involved in closing export deals. So let's start with question 33. What transaction documents are involved to close export deals? In the previous video, I explained that an exporter would typically respond to a foreign buyer's request for quote, or RFQ, with a quotation or a pro forma invoice. Assuming the foreign buyer accepts the offer as quoted, the two parties will then exchange a new set of transaction documents to finalize the terms. These normally start with a purchase order from the foreign buyer and a commercial invoice from the exporter. The foreign buyer's purchase order is basically a contract to purchase the export product as specified in the quotation or pro forma invoice. The exporter's commercial invoice in response has mostly the same information as the pro forma invoice. However, unlike the pro forma, the commercial invoice is the main document used by customs in the foreign country to determine the import duty. If a deal is reached, a whole new set of documents will be needed for payment for payment purposes and to comply with regulations and to ship the goods. These documents are addressed in later Q&As and videos to come. Question 34. How can the process of exchanging the transaction documents be simplified and expedited? Until recently, the exchange of documents to reach a deal could take days in back and forth messages, especially if either side wanted changes in one or more of the fields of the document, such as changes in the quantity, price, delivery date, Incoterm, payment terms, or other. Changes in any one document require updates to many other related documents that share the same piece of information. That time can now be cut from days to hours with new paperless digital capabilities. Sellers and buyers can meet in a single Zoom call or the like, share their screens, and pull up and make instantaneous changes to any needed document, such as the price, delivery date, Incoterm, payment terms, or other. And thanks to artificial intelligence, these changes in any one document will also automatically update the same fields in all other related documents. This interactive capability is compliant with the ICC Uniform Rules for Digital Trade Transactions, URDTT. Well, that's it for exchanging transaction documents involved in negotiating and closing export deals. In the next series of videos, we'll get into the topic of export financing, starting with question 35. What are your main needs for export financing and where can you get it? Until then, thanks for listening.